Hey guys, welcome to this week's weekly roundup. It's a day late because yesterday I had a migraine, which was Saturday, and that's when I usually do my weekly roundup videos because we start fresh for Sunday, but this week we're starting fresh Monday. So I'm going to go over the makeup I used today, even though you should see it before this video for today's Get Ready With Me. The makeup pretty much held up, except for, again, it doesn't hold up like in this area because I'm always blowing my nose and, you know. The blush is still blushing. It might look a little, messy at this point, but it's been on my face for like 9.5 to 10 hours. Eyeshadow still looks good enough to me. Like, I still got the shimmer and stuff. If I wanted to, I could literally just take my finger. Then, bam, it's just like brand new. But yeah, so we'll go over what was on my face today. I've got a tea. Matt's currently barbecuing. Grace is making a salad. And yeah, Buxom. This is full-on plumping lip oil in White Russian. I gotta give it to them. It smells delicious. It tastes good. When you breathe it in, it's kind of minty. But I'm trying to remember. I did reapply this a couple of times today. It doesn't last as long as on the lips as some of my other lip oils. Mind you, I probably should try and do, one second, my nose is running.
How's it running? It's on your face.
I should try and do a comparison one of these days, not on video, but just like off video. It's nice, but I do find I have to reapply it more frequently. The Makeup by Mario. So all that to say, if you don't mind reapplying it, then I do recommend them because I really like the smell. I have two shades. I have White Russian and I have Dolly. There's no pigment. It's just a lip oil. e.l.f. Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. I remember saying that I didn't like this one too much because I felt like it didn't really actually give me a glow. But like for today, for instance, and a couple of times this week, I did use this as well. And yeah, it definitely gives me, like, you can see my forehead looks kind of shiny. And it does give me a glow. I will repurchase this when it's gone. We have the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. This is dim light, incandescent light, and radiant lights. I'm not going to repurchase this when it's done. I mix these two together, put it all over, and then sometimes I take this one and go over my forehead bronzer with it. It's not a favorite. I don't dislike it, but I don't reach for it. Currently, though, I'm trying to make it a habit to pull this out so that I can use it up and, maybe I'll change my mind. Not a bad product, but I'm not like, I'm gonna go out and get it. Makeup by Mario, the Ethereal palette. I really like this. I would repurchase this in a heartbeat. They gotta make it permanent. Do us a favor, make it permanent. Huda Easy Bake and Snatch. This is a pressed powder. I have the shade Cupcake. And I've been using this in my T-zone, plus just like wherever.
Salad's done.
Thank you, where I want to mattify. So far, I like it. I do feel like, well, the word, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I feel like it's starting to hit hard pan a little bit. I don't know if you guys can tell. It's very light, though. But yeah, so far, I like it. Will I repurchase it? Only time will tell. Odin's Eye. This is a luminous highlighter in the shade Dim Glow. I won't repurchase this. This is what's on my eyes today. It's a colorful highlighter. I'm not into colorful highlighters. I got that in the Odin's Eye mystery box. I like it for my eyes, not for my cheeks, so I won't repurchase that. We have a Haus Labs blush in the shade French Rosettes. Just, this one's fairly new to me, so I've only used it a couple of times. I like it. Will I repurchase it? I don't know. I do feel like I do have favorite blushes. like the House Labs highlighters. I love those for on the eyes and the cheeks. Currently I have 2 of these blushes. I like them. But do I reach for other powder blushes more? I think so, but that could also be because, again, the ones that I have from this brand are new. And I don't have them like out where I can, you know, make eye contact with them. Makeup by Mario. This is the newer powder bronzer. This is the Soft Sculpt Blurring Bronzer in the shade Light. I have the other powdered bronzer that they have. It's just the normal Soft Sculpt bronzer, not the blurring one. So far, I like this one more than the other one because it's lighter. I feel like the other one has a bit more pigment. Again, will I repurchase this? Time will tell because that's like really new. But so far, I do like it. e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. I already have a backup of this. I do like this. And I feel like we're down to 1 more use. I would be shocked if there's 2 more uses in there. But I do like that one. Again, I am a dry skin, girly, acne prone skin, sensitive skin. We have a Fenty Cheeks. This one's in Just a Crush. I also have this on today as well. I really on my cheeks and on my eyes. I won't repurchase this one. Not because I don't like it. I do like it, but I don't wear these color, like this shade on my cheeks a lot. There are other shades from the Fenty Cheeks that there's, I think, 2 shades I definitely would repurchase if they still sell them when I run out. Some of them I won't. I like the formula. I like the color payoff. But, you know what shades and tones you tend to go for more. And like these peachy coral shades, I like them. Mostly for my eyes. I don't tend to go for this shade a lot on my cheeks unless it's like spring and summer. But for the most part, it's like neutrals and mauve tones. Ilia Mascara. I'm still undecided. I'm going to finish using this one up. I prefer the mini over the full size because I feel like it's different somehow. It's a good mascara though. I don't have any flaking. It does give me length. Yeah. So, yeah, it's good for length and at least no flaking for me. Juvia's Place Liquid Highlighter. This one is in Starstruck. I'm going to use it up and then that's that. Because I realized liquid highlighters are nice and I actually do like mixing them in with like my cream or liquid blushes. But if I'm going to choose between this one and the Rare Beauty one, because I don't think a person really needs more than one, I'm going to choose the Rare Beauty one. And so I still have my Rare Beauty one, which I'm also working on using that one up. If I'm going to, by the time I get them both finished up, if I'm going to repurchase one, it'll be the Rare Beauty one. This is nice though. The Rare Beauty one's also a lot easier for me to get a hold of. The NYX, the Brow Glue in medium brown. I will repurchase this. I'm new to the brow glue game and I've been liking this because I have to use less product of this. This is a repurchase. I have multiple of these. I've gone through multiples of these and I have a couple of backups. It's the Rimmel Brow Pro Micro. Mine's in soft brown. And I've been using less of this, so I'm not going to go through it as fast because I'm just like doing a quick whoop, whoop, whoop there and, you know, whoop, whoop through the end and that's it. The rest of the brow is filled in pretty much with this. So, yes to repurchasing both of these. I would like to try another, because I don't want to have too many at a time, but I would like to try another brand of a brow glue that has some pigment to it as well. Then we have the Tarte Sculpt Tape in Cool Bronze. Like I've said in many videos where I've done my weekly roundup, if it goes on sale or if I can get a discount, I will repurchase this. I do like this and a little bit goes a long way and I really like this shade. It's a contour, but it's Cool Bronze. You don't have to, I just dot it all over and use it as a cream or a liquid bronzer. And then we have the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush. This one is, what did I say this one was called? Coral Crush. I have almost every color of these and yeah, I would repurchase these. I think I would repurchase every shade that I have just so that if I wanted this shade, I have it. And it's also more affordable. So that's everything that was on my face today and then we'll go through the rest of the drawer what we use this week. So again, if you're new here and you're like, what's weekly roundup? It's pretty much like a weekly makeup drawer. All the makeup that I use this week and what my thoughts are on it. A product that I use this week, not on camera, but I've been using it. It's the Too Faced Hangover RX Pillow Balm Lip Treatment. Mine's just the normal one. I do really like this. It smells like a freshly cut down Christmas tree to me. Like it smells earthy, like you're out walking through the woods. Like a Christmas wreath. I don't know what it smells like to other people, but that's what I pick up on. I don't smell mint. I only taste mint when I breathe it in, when I have it on my lips. It literally is like a lip balm feeling and texture on your lips, and I really like it. I love you, kiddo. Alright, so we have the LYS Natural Finish Setting Spray. I am going to repurchase this one, but in what order do I do it? I'm not sure. I like this one. It doesn't mattify me, but it also doesn't... I think it's like a good balance. It says it blurs. Mattify. Does that say mattify? I think so. Blur, mattify, and you know you're getting old when you have to keep looking at things like this. Blur, mattify, and set. I do like this. But there's a Sephora setting spray that I think I also want to try. Actually, I might, instead of getting the e.l.f. one, I'm gonna repurchase the e.l.f. one, but not right away, like down the road. Sephora has a newer setting spray that's glowy. I like to get that one. And then I like to get a blurring, mattifying one. Even though it's a bit more expensive, I had like a sample of the Huda Easy Bake setting powder, and I really did like that. So I'm thinking I don't want to have 3 setting sprays, although I do actually like the Tur one. The Mask Fit setting spray. I also want to repurchase this one. Like the max I'd be fine having is like 3 setting sprays. One that's like mattifying, one that's glowy, and then one that's like a combination or like blurring. This one cost me $20. This one was almost $30. And then the e.l.f. one was like $10 plus. So far I like all 3 because they all do different things. I don't have anything negative really to say about any of them. L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. Eventually I will repurchase this one. I'm going to finish it up. This one probably has like, I feel like it's down to here. Just like the e.l.f. one, I want to finish it up. Well, I already have a backup of the e.l.f., but I'm not going to open up the backup of the e.l.f. until I get some other ones finished first. This one I will repurchase because I do like it. It is a nice glow, and you know, it evens out the skin and stuff, and it doesn't feel heavy or cakey or anything like that. With being dry skin. Do I have any other glowy foundations? Maybe. I don't know. I will repurchase this one because I do like it, but again, not right away. I feel like right now I have too many foundations, so I'm trying to work on getting some that are like halfway gone or just about gone, used up. This though, I like it. Doesn't break me out. Doesn't make me look dry or cakey. One that, so far the 2 times, maybe 3 times that I've used this, I don't like it. Someone said it's too light for me. I don't really think it's too late for me, especially once I get everything else put on. What I did do though is I put too much on my face the other day, and I think I need to go in with less of it. And this is one you definitely have to make sure you shake up. It's the Makeup Revolution Skin Silk Luminous Serum Foundation. I have the shade F1. And no, I mean, my cheeks are all like this, but no, I do not think it's too late for me at all. I think I put too much on the other day, and I need to See, it blends right in. I think I need to use a sponge with it. So this one is up in the air at the moment. But if I was to go on just like first impressions, the past like 3 times using it, I don't like it. Just gonna grab a couple of products. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Oh dear goodness. There's never a dull moment around here, I tell you. Okay. This is going in the empties basket. Say, this is the Glossy Balance, I believe is the proper name. Glossy Balance in the shade Dip. I mean, if I really wanted to, I guess I could probably give it... I know. My friends told me how I can get the rest out. Do I want to do that, though? Not at the moment. This one I would definitely repurchase because I like the shade and I like the formula. It's a good, like, this shade. It's a good everyday shade. And it doesn't have a smell. Like, it smells like... I don't know. Like a lipstick. But yeah, that's going to, I eventually will repurchase this shade unless I find another one I like more. But it's nice. But yeah, that's going to go in empty bin. This one's going to be going in there soon once I'm not able to get any more product. It's the e.l.f. Lip Glow or Glow Lip Reviver in Rose Envy. I have a couple of others of this line, different shades. I also really like this. And yeah, this is also like down. I'm still able. This one I'm going to keep on my desk because just randomly through the day I'll walk by and pop it on. But I will repurchase that shade as well because I like it. You, Grace, and David can help yourselves. Grace made the salad. We have the Sephora Contour Stick in the shade Fair Delight. And yeah, like I said, I will repurchase this one eventually. I've got this much product left. I'm in no rush to run out and get another one because I have said I have products here. I want to start seeing things, you know, getting used up. But I really like that one. It's very pigmented, but it's easily blendable. It's slides on pretty easily. Like it's not a dry formula. Rare Beauty bronzing stick. This one's in Bright Side. I will repurchase this one too. That's how much I have left. Again, I'm in no rush because I have other products as well that I'm trying to use up, but I also like this one. Then we have the Say Sun Melt. I also like this one.
I also like this one.
I will eventually repurchase it, but this is going to take forever to get through. It's a bronzer. And again, it's probably the closest to the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Skin Enhancing Bronzer that I've gone through 2 of. You get way more product in here for, I think they're about the same price. Oh, behind the picture frame over there. But, yeah. I like it. I have the shade Fair Bronze. And as you can see, like it blended it in pretty nicely. So I feel like you can build it up if you want. Then we have the NARS, the multiple stick. I have the shade Copacabana. I've been trying to take it easy on this because I find myself wanting to constantly use it, which is a good thing. Get your money's worth, right? I will repurchase this one in the same shade when this one's gone because I do like using that on my cheekbones. This is new to me. Ugh. I hate my nose today. Have you been having nosebleeds?
Me?
Yeah,
No.
I have. It's so dry here. Say, this is a new to me product. Dew Blush in the shade Lady. It's like a nude mauve shade. So far, so good. I literally used it once so far, maybe twice. I like it. Do I like it more or less than the e.l.f.? Only time will tell. Sometimes I feel like, well, see, actually, this seems kind of moussey. Even though it isn't moussey, but it seems like it's more moussey, less liquidy than the e.l.f. But I like the shade, and yeah, no complaints so far. I can't say if I'll repurchase it though. The What's Up Beauty Dragon Eye palette. This is a palette that I could see me. I've said before, there are some palettes, like they're like a one and done for me. I'll buy it, I'll use it up, enjoy it, and it's like, thank you for being here, whatever. And I won't buy them again because there's always new palettes coming out. But there are certain palettes where once they're used up, as long as they make it, I will repurchase it. This is one of them. I really, really like this palette. It's like, to me, it's neutral, it pops a color. Even though some of you might say that's a colorful palette. To me, it's neutral, it pops a color. And I like how the shimmers are all shifty. And you could go light with this palette, you can go dark. You could keep it completely neutral, or you could go colorful with it. Between the two What's Up Beauty palettes, this is my favorite one between the two. And yeah, 100%, if I ever use this up, I would repurchase it. I do recommend this palette. To me, it's a really good one. We have Patrick Ta Double Take Cream and Powder Blush. This one's in the shade She's That Girl. I have several of these, and like I say in Get Rid of Me videos and my weekly roundup, I really like the formula. I like how you get the powder and the cream because I always double up on my blush. And so it's like 2 in 1. Makes it a lot easier. I like the packaging. I like the formula of both the powder and the cream. I haven't had any issues with it. I won't repurchase this shade, but I have 2 or 3 other shades. If I use them up and he's still making them, I'll repurchase them. This one I won't because I'm not, again, this isn't like a color that I go on my cheeks. My cheeks, I usually go neutral muted tones or like mauve-y tones. I don't really go pink or peach. Not as often as I do like neutral. Pinky brown, neutral. Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil. Barely Blushing. This one I will repurchase when it's gone. I have 2 other shades, but again, this is my favorite one out of the 3 shades I have, and this is like my kind of everyday cheek color. Because I feel like I rather do eyes. Oh, that looks great. That looks good. That's been marinating too since like who knows when?
3 days.
3 days. That's gonna be so good. This is more like my kind of cheek color because I rather do like all the fun on the eyes and have the eyes stand out over the cheeks. Barely Blushing is my favorite out of the shades that I have, so I will repurchase that when it's gone. Rare Beauty. This is the liquid highlighter. I have the shade Enlighten. Again, this one is down to here. There's a lot of product in here, but I like dotting this on when I go in with liquid or cream blush. When this one's gone, I'll repurchase it. Will I get a full size again? Probably not. I think I'd rather just get a mini. That way there I don't have to have fear of it going bad before using it up. Because that's a lot of product. And then we have a Rare Beauty highlighter in Mesmerize. I would repurchase this one. I think out of I have 3 of the highlighters. 2 of them I would repurchase, and then 1 of them I wouldn't. Mesmerize, I would repurchase this one. A little goes a long way. Use it on your cheeks and on your eyes. And then I have Enlighten. I would also repurchase that one. Help yourself. They're very pretty. Also, they're not glittery or sparkly. Give Me Glow. I think it's called Give Me Glow Beauty or Give Me Glow Cosmetics. I'm not 100%, but it's one of the 2. This is Bronze Bombshell. It's in the shade Swim Shady. I would 100% repurchase this, but they did duties and customs during my first order. So I said I would never order from them again. I think I would, provided that whatever I was ordering made it worth it for the customs and duties, but we'll see. I really like this bronzer though. It's in the shade Swim Shady.
It's in the shade of what?
Swim Shady.
Slim Shady.
I know. The tinted, or sorry, Live Tinted. I have this product and this product. I've used these, I think, at least 5, almost every day since getting them. I like both of these a lot. 100% would repurchase both. So, between the two items, this is probably my favorite. It's called Hue Beam Blushing Bronzer. It's in the shade Mojave Mirage. I believe there's one or two. I think there's one more than this. And as you can see, it's like a lighter. This one has like some shimmer in here. Some shimmer, the blush, and then a darker bronzer. I like mixing the two bronzers going all over and then just mixing it all together going on the cheeks. And it melts into my skin. Like, I don't know. Every time I've used this, which was at least 5 or 6 times since getting it, I liked how my skin looked. So I would definitely repurchase that. This I would repurchase, but I need them to come out with more shades. Like a couple of shades lighter and then shades darker for other people. Because currently they have like light, which this is light. You see what I'm seeing? And then they've got a medium and I think maybe a dark. I like this product. It's a great product. It melts into my skin. It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't attach to my dry spots or nothing. Like, I really like this product. Do I make it work? Yes, but this is the lightest shade. And it's too dark for me, but I make it work. It's called Hue Skin Brightening Core Setting Powder. And again, mine's in the shade light. They need to make more shades. I wonder if they don't have as many shades because it's not very popular. And maybe if they became popular, they would make more shades. I think if they want to become popular, they need to make more shades first. Because this is your lightest shade. And I'm not even the lightest person, and this is too dark for me. But again, I make it work. I do really like it, though. This is a purchase I do not regret at all this year. Like, I'm impressed. Another Fenty Cheeks. This one's in Bacon Cakes. This is one of the ones that I would repurchase. Again, these feel so nice. And it's like a taupey. I call it like a taupey. In the pan, it looks more taupey, but it's a nice everyday neutral shade. So I would repurchase that shade. Again, that one's in Bacon Cakes. Then we have Makeup by Mario. This is the Super Shine Lip Gloss. This one's in Midnight Mauve. I like it. I have this one, and then I think I have Cocoa. I like them. Not my favorites, though. I have other lip products that I reach for more. Are they bad products? No, but for what they are, they almost smell like the Buxom lip oils. They're very similar with the scent. But yeah, I don't know. It's nice. I have 2 of these. I'm going to use them up, but I have zero intentions of repurchasing them because I have other lip products that I like more. Not bad products, but you know, when you have favorites, you have favorites. Clarins Comfort Lip Oil. This one's in Cherry. I will repurchase this. I want to get this shade, but I think before I get this shade again, I might get like a purpley plummy one instead. But I like this one. It's a very good lip oil. It is very comforting. The only downfall with this is see how messy that is. It gets so messy. So there's been times I've reached into my pocket and I'm like, hey, why is there product out here? That's why. But yeah, it's I mean, none of this stuff's cheap, but this is probably like it's in my top 5 for favorite lip products, and I have a lot of favorite lip products. I don't even know how I would rank my favorite lip products, but this is that's up there. This one's also going to stay out so I can, because it's like down here. I want to finish that one up too. That one and the e.l.f. one. They're both like really down there. Like you see the e.l.f. ones down here too. They're both so close to being done. Then we have an e.l.f. Camo Liquid Bronzer and Contour. I have shades Fair and I think in Fair Light. I don't know if I use, yeah I did. I used both this week. I use them both as contour. Like this one as a contour, just Fair, and this one's Fair Light as a bronzer. Sometimes I just use one of them. Sometimes I use both at the same time, but I already have backups of these. I do really like these for liquid bronzer contour. Another shade of the Say Glossy Bounce. This one's in the shade Bubble. I do like this one, but I took it to work the other day and realized the color's not my favorite. This one was just like putting on a clear gloss. It's not as pigmented as I thought it was, especially on my lips. Like right there, it looks like that. But when I put it on my lips, it has zero pigment. I do like to have like a little pigment on my lips because my lips are so pale. But this is so light in comparison that I could see my natural lip line, especially on the top lip. Like you see my lip line. And then like my lip is lighter than my lip line. It was very noticeable wearing this one. Again, I will repurchase this gloss again, but different color. This one will get used up, but I won't buy the shade Bubble again. I thought it was going to have more pigment, and it is pretty, but on my lips, it made my lip line more noticeable, and I didn't like that. All right. We have a Maybelline Fit Me Blush, shade 30, which is in the shade, I think, Rose. Yep. It's a nice matte blush. If you want something that's easy. Will I repurchase this? No. I have this one and another one. Not because I don't like them. Again, if you're constantly doing your makeup, which I do my makeup almost every day, not because I need to, I like doing my makeup. It's fun, and it's just time that I just sit here and play with makeup. Not a bad product, but I reach for other blushes more. So I have this shade and another shade. I'll use them up, but I'm not going to repurchase them because they're not ones that I'm like, oh, I really want to use that Maybelline blush. Haus Labs, this is the Bio Radiant Gel Powder Highlighter. Rose Quartz, 100% would repurchase this. This is so pretty. I like using it on the eyes and on my cheeks over a liquid blush or just over any blush. Very pretty. I really like it. Also, it's not sparkly or glittery, which is something that I like. I don't like sparkles or glitters on my cheeks, but I like it for my eyes. The ABH Primrose palette. I really like ABH formula. The only thing I don't like about this is these two being blushes. The colors are... they look like that. These are blush colors that some people are definitely into. I'm not. These are more eyeshadows for me, so I'll be using them as eyeshadow. I don't like them as blush whatsoever. But this was like a fall palette, right? It was either fall or spring. I like the palette. I don't like the blush colors that they chose. That being said, though, just use the whole thing for eyeshadow. And then, of course, I do have a favorite shade in here, which is this one right here. Or is it this one? Because this one looks like it shifts to pink, too. Oh, it does. But this shade right here, do you see how it's like pink and then it kind of has like this gold, like you see that? I have several of this kind of color and like several palettes, and it's like one of my favorites. But look at this one. It's like a champagne, but there's like a light pink color in there. Love it. Wow, what a mess I'm making. Let's continue. Oh, it looks like I used this blush this week too. Another Haus Labs Color Fuse Blush in Hibiscus Haze. I think between the two colors I have, I like this one the most. Because again, this one leans more towards what I like. Although even this Maybelline one, kind of similar, but more purpley cool toned. I don't know. Again, it's too early to tell if I would repurchase either one of this one, or at least even this shade. But it's nice. Oh yeah, we have the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Setting Spray. This is the one that I was saying. I had like 3 or 4 uses out of this. I like it. I would like to get that in a full size. Maybelline Lumi Matte Foundation. I will repurchase this when it's gone. I keep saying this one reminds me of something, and I think it's the Makeup by Mario one. I have not used this one this week because I've given it a break. But this Makeup by Mario one, what's it called? Surreal Skin Foundation? I feel like this reminds me of this one. All that to say, I already have a backup of this one. But I really like this Maybelline Lumi Matte one, and I will repurchase this one. It's good. It's not, I don't find it that luminous, but I also don't find it that mattifying. I find it almost like a satin matte, honestly. I think it looks pretty on the skin, so. Rare Beauty. It's a liquid blush in the shade Grace. I would repurchase this one because my daughter, our daughter's name is Grace. It's very pretty. It's not an everyday color for me, but when I want this color, this is kind of one of the ones that I think about reaching for. Then we have a Patrick Ta duo, eyeshadow duo. It's called I'm With Her. My friend Chris sent me this, and I do like this. I like this color more down here because it's that pink to gold kind of. This one's more pink or rose gold than the other shadow from the ABH palette I showed you, but it's my kind of color. This one, not so much, but I will get use out of it eventually when I want a pop of... If I need this color, at least I know I have it in here. Because I don't think I have this color in any other palettes, especially not a shimmer. So I'm glad to have that. Alright, the Benefit Fan Fest Mascara. This one I'm not going to repurchase. I feel like it's drying. And yeah, like I feel like there's, this one could probably go because I'm not getting much product out of it anymore. But I won't repurchase that one at all. Wasn't a huge fan of it. The ABH Contour Stick. I do like this, but I'm not going to repurchase it. I find this one's a lot drier compared to the Sephora Contour Stick. This one's drier formula than this one. If I'm going to choose between the two, I'd rather the Sephora one. That being said, ABH has a new contour stick that I would like to try, but again, I have products I need to use up first. Revlon Color Stay Full Time Mascara. It's a very basic mascara, but I like this one compared to other basic mascaras that I have. And I do have a backup of that one. I do like it. Bobbi Brown Smoky Eye Mascara. This is like it's not exactly a mini, but it's also not a full size. And I'm surprised this one's still going strong. This is one I can see me actually spending the money on to get full size because I do like it. Or I might just get a mini because this size is lasting me quite some time and it's a favorite of mine. I was going to get rid of this because I have 2 of these different shades. Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump. I don't even know how I got these. Maybe an Ipsy. This is Rosy Mauve Shimmer Glass. This one I actually do like, and I ended up taking it to work twice this week. I can see me actually using this one up. Because it's so pretty. You don't want to put too much on because it is thick. But that's a good everyday color. Again, this one is the Rosy Mauve Shimmer Glass. And I do really like this one. I like it enough that when you breathe in, it's minty. But it doesn't feel minty on the... well, you know what? It feels a little minty on the lips. And this is like the mintiest one. Like it has the most mint breathing in. But yeah, this one, I can see me definitely using this one up and possibly repurchasing it because I think it's very pretty. But it is thicker in comparison to other ones. Then we have Revolution Makeup. It's like an eye stick thing. I actually like the color of this. There's a lot of product in here. I had one of those moments where Revolution had a bunch of stuff on like dirt cheap because they're getting rid of it. So I bought a couple of these. This is in Pink Romance. It's very pretty. But I've come to realize I just rather eyeshadow, like powdered eyeshadow. So I have this one. I have several different cream eye products, like stick. I want to try and use a lot of them up and incorporate them into my eye looks, even if it means I use them as like a base for my eyeshadow. I like this, but they don't make it anymore, but I would not repurchase it. It's not my thing. Pat McGrath, what's this? Pat McGrath. It's one of the legendary cream blush sticks. It's in Divine Rose. This printing's so small. There's a lot of product in here too. This is one of the products that I want to see me use up. I actually do like this, but I have so much darn blush. It's a very pretty color. But I want to see me use this up. I actually think I might have actually used this with that Haus Labs. Yeah. I probably ended up using these two together this week. Anyways, I do like this. I'm not going to repurchase it though. I love the color and the formula, and that's very nice. I'm not going to repurchase it though because I don't reach for it as often as I thought I was going to. I'm reaching for other cream products. Very pretty, but it's not worth it if it's not worth it to me because I don't reach for it. This is newer to me, to Milk Makeup. I said this in a couple of videos this week. I'm surprised by how high. I thought this was a mini, but this is a, what's it called? The Sculpt Stick in the shade Toast It. After putting some thought into it, I actually like the size of this because it doesn't take up a lot of space, and you do get a decent amount of product in here. Like the size of the packaging is like almost the size of the amount of product that you get in here. And did I break mine? It won't push back down. I should have just left it. But this literally won't push back down. Darn it. I wrecked mine. Why won't it push back down? Why? It probably thinks I'm done. Well, we have this. And we have that. This is what happens when I, there should be no reason for it to not roll down, right? Let me see. It's like, please. I'm just gonna leave this alone for now. See if I can figure that out later. Anyways, I've only used it twice so far. So like I said, that's a fairly new product to me. So far, I like it. I kind of want to compare it to the Sephora contour stick. I think they're actually kind of similar. Like that one just glides on so easy. And so does that one. And I like the tones of both. Oh my. Do I have something empty that I could put this in? Because I broke it somehow. Alright, we're almost done, guys. Okay, we have Merit Flesh Balm. This one's in the shade Bespoke. I really do like these. That being said, I only have the minis. I have this shade and 2 other shades, all in minis. I don't reach for them as often as other blushes, and so now that I've noticed that, I won't repurchase them. If I were to, though, I would repurchase this shade here, Bespoke, because this is my favorite from the ones that I have. See that? It's like an everyday neutral shade. So I would repurchase this one, but not the other 2 shades that I have, because 1, you don't need every single color, and 2, I think it's a lot easier to use products up and stuff if you just stick to what you know you like, and again, don't buy every color. L'Oreal Paradise Big Deal. This is one that I literally keep going back and forth on. Again, I feel like my brush, this one has nothing left in here, so it's going because nothing's coming out on the brush anymore. Will I repurchase it? We'll see. I feel like some days I liked it, some days I didn't. I feel like I have something in my nose. This I've used 2 or 3 times so far. It's Haus Labs. I gotta stop like leaning over. You guys are just seeing forehead here.
It's a big one.
It's one of the, I can't read the bottom, one of the Haus Labs Glassy Balm blush sticks. This one's in the shade Glassy Ginger. I really do like the color of this blush. Time will tell. I mean, I love that color. If I think I probably would repurchase this. You don't get a lot of product in here, though. That's all you get. That's actually less product than the Milk Makeup. See that? So, I don't know. That's kind of disappointing. But I do like the formula. And, yeah. And I really like the color. So, time will tell if I actually were to repurchase that or not. I gotta use it up first. Lawless, the Dreamy Dozen Volume 2. I really wanted the first one that they came out with. And I feel like if I would have bought it instead of just waiting and waiting and waiting and then being like, oh no, now I can't get it, I would have gotten the first one and not this one. Reason being, this is dull. It's a nice palette and it's good for easy everyday looks, but there's no wow factor to this palette. It's just plain Jane, easy peasy lemon squeezy kind of palette. Like if you want dramatic, you're not going to get it from this. And when I say dramatic, I mean like the sparkle and the glitter and the shifty shades and stuff like that. But if you're looking for something where it's like no fuss, and you're not going to have a hard time using it, I do recommend this palette. I won't repurchase this because for like an easy peasy lemon squeezy kind of palette, I have others that I would rather use over that one. We have an REM Beauty bronzer. This one's it's a satin matte bronzer, send to voicemail. I actually would repurchase this one because I think it actually is satin matte and it does leave a nice, I don't know, it looks nice on the forehead. Because I tend to do mostly my bronzing. I mean, it looks like I don't even have any on, but I 100% have bronzer on my forehead. And yeah, I do like this one. It's pretty. We have e.l.f. Let's see. It's one of their 10-pan palettes, and it's Keep It Ethereal. This is one of those palettes where I'm like, if you want an easy peasy lemon squeezy kind of palette, this is it. Now that I look at this, it's a similar color story to the Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes palette. But looking at it, it actually kind of makes me think of this one too. Except for like if you take this shade out. But do you guys see that? Very similar as well. So even when you put it side by side with the Makeup by Mario Ethereal palette, it looks like a very similar color story. It also looks like a very similar color story to this one as well. So I like this formula better than this formula, if that tells you anything. But I'm talking about the e.l.f. 10-pan palettes. I would repurchase this one. Then we have the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes, the Neutrals palette. As long as he sells this, I will repurchase this. I do like this because it's all matte. And whenever I want, if I'm using a palette that doesn't have like lighter tones or neutral or just whatever, these kind of tones, I grab for this to finish off looks or start looks and stuff. So I will repurchase this when it's gone, if he still sells it. Unless, of course, somebody else comes out with a palette very similar. That's all matte. This I will not repurchase, and I think this one also is like there's nothing left on it, so it's going in the bin. This is a Lancome Lash Idol. I just don't like it. The brush doesn't do anything for me. It gives you basic eyelashes, but I think it doesn't give me enough of what I want. So I don't recommend that one. Then we have Bella Beauté Bar Smoky Glam palette. This is one of those palettes where I have it, I'm going to use it up, I'm going to enjoy using it, and I won't repurchase it. Because like some palettes are here for a good time and a fun time, but not forever. And yeah. This is my kind of color story. To me, this is neutral, it pops a color. It's mostly pinky mauves, and I'm here for it. And it's matte, and it's shimmer, and it's like, yes, thank you. I do not recommend buying this if you're not into this color story. If this is not your kind of color story, do not buy it. Because you don't want to have, one, a color story you're not going to use. Two, it's expensive, and you want to put your money into something that you're actually going to see yourself using constantly. I have some palettes that I regret purchasing because I don't even have a second thought about them. And if I do have a second thought about it, it's usually, damn, I could have either kept that money or got something else that I know I would have actually been thinking about wanting to use all the time. So, I'm just saying, it's pretty, yes. But if it's not your color story, keep your money for something else. I'm slowly learning that myself, that it's got to be color stories I'm actually going to use. There's several palettes that I easily could have purchased, but I was like, Tammy, like, you don't even use color. And if I do, it's sparingly. And then we have Adept Amy Loves palette. This is another one that's like, it's here, I'm going to enjoy using it, and then that's that. Very pretty, very cool tone. This is one that I'm talking about where I would reach for like another palette that has warm tones or even cool tones, and just to get some more matte shades. This is very pretty. Like, you see that shade there in the middle? There are shifty shades in here. It's mostly shimmer, and I'm here for it. I wanted this one for the longest time, and I gave in and bought it, and I have no regrets with this one at all. Very pretty. And that's it, folks. This was a longer, but like, yeah, I do this once a week. Generally, again, I do it on Saturday evenings or Saturday nights. And I pull everything out of the drawer. Because again, when I do my makeup, I do it, and I upload my Get Ready With Me. And I take all the makeup I use that day and I put it in a drawer right here, close the drawer, and then the next day I, pull out more makeup, do my makeup. Sometimes I go back in the drawer because there's something in there I want to use, whatever. But yeah, it lets me see what I'm constantly gravitating towards, and also lets you guys see what I'm constantly gravitating towards also. And then some of you know a lot of the makeup that I do have, and you might be like, I haven't seen you use that in like a month or two. Feel free to let me know. But yeah. And then you might be like, okay, going forward, what are we doing makeup wise? Well, I'll tell you what we're doing. So there was 2 new releases this month. Actually, there was technically a lot more new releases, but there was 2 in particular that I said I was waiting for them to get released, and then once they did, I was going to get them, order them. So I did. They're not here. Going forward from this month, and I probably need encouragement from myself and other people, even though I'm an adult, so I should be able to handle it on my own. I don't want to see me buy another eyeshadow palette, at least not ordering one. until maybe the fall or winter. Um, Matt's laughing. He knows how I am with eyeshadow palettes. I don't always have to have the newest thing. I am trying to be better about buying what I know is actually my color story, what I'm putting, like, I'm trying to put more thought into what I actually use it. Like, there's several palettes that when I see them, I'm like, wow, I want that, and then I didn't buy them. Not that I deserve a cookie for that, but like the Glamlight Lord of the Rings palette, it's a very pretty palette, but I'm not going to use it, so I didn't order that one. The Twilight Glamlight palette, the Rob one, I want to get that one, and the Jacob one. Well, I was like between the two, would I use both of them? And I was like, no. What I would use is the Jacob palette, so I did order the Jacob palette. The Robert Pattinson one, or I wouldn't use that one. Why am I calling him Rob? You want to know why? Because I'm having a brain fart and I can't remember his name in the movie. Edward. I'm like, so we'll just call him Rob. But the Edward palette, it's nice. But yeah, I have the Chucky palette, and I feel like the Chucky palette isn't identical to that Glamlight palette, but similar. Like, there's similar tones and stuff. And I don't use my Chucky palette often. Like, I might use it a few times during the fall months, but not a lot. So I was like, okay, I'll pass on that one. And then, was it Bella Beauté Bar, or I think it's Bella Beauté Bar. They came out the Ocean Jewel palette. That is so, so pretty. But again, I was like, Tammy, if you order that, you're not going to use it. You'll do maybe I'll probably do one of those 5 looks, 1 palette kind of thing with it and then not use it again. So I didn't get that one. There's like several palettes. They're very pretty and eye-catching. But like I said months before in the beginning of the year, we got, not just me, but everybody, we got to stop buying things because it's pretty, because it's cute. Like, if it's not something you gravitate towards, like color story wise, or even formula wise, don't buy it. Like
palette you just said it was pretty.
Yeah, but yeah, it's pretty, but I also will use this. That being said, there's some brands that I have that I realized, they're okay. So there's some brands, Adept being one of them, that I'm not going to buy any more palettes. Because out of the Adept palettes I have, I do regret buying one of them. I think is it Adept? It might be. I only have like 3 palettes from Adept, but I think one of them I regret. Unless it's Lethal Cosmetics, I'm thinking. Maybe it's Lethal Cosmetics. I bought a palette that I was on my wish list for the longest time. I kept looking at swatches on different people, different skin tones and stuff like that, seeing looks with it, and now that I have it, I've used it a couple times, and I'm just like, it's stunning, but I'm like, I kind of regret it because I can't see me using it a ton, at least not on its own. I can see me using it with other palettes, but even using it with other palettes, I'm still like, I think I should have gave myself like another month or so to think about it. I think it's a Lethal Cosmetics palette, and I only have 1 palette from them. But yeah, brands are always coming out with palettes, so... And then I did say in this morning's Get Ready With Me, which you guys will hear before this, I've already said I do not want to have 200 plus eyeshadow palettes in my collection. And I'm not just talking about ones this size, I'm talking about even like the ones that are this size. I know I have under 160 palettes, and I want to stay under 160 palettes. I don't even want to get to 200. Some people are like, oh, it's fine, like get to 200. Personally, for me, I don't want 200 palettes. The reason being, the more stuff you have, the more clutter, the more your brain's cluttered. And like, there's days where I'm sitting here and I want to use like 40 of the palettes that I have, but I'm like, I got 2 eyes. And then there's palettes that I feel like I gravitate towards more, that I'm wanting to use more than other palettes. So yeah, I like to see me not buy another eyeshadow palette after the ones I have coming. I think I only have 2 eyeshadow palettes coming. I don't want to see any more coming until... Well, I don't want to order any more until like the fall. and kind of make it seem like a treat once again. And I say ordering because, generally speaking, I don't really buy eyeshadow palettes in person because I never see any that are like, wow. The only one I could see me doing is if Kylie Jenner came out with another eyeshadow palette. But then again, it would depend on the color story. If it's not one that I like, then it'd be pointless to waste my money. But yeah, I think at least, yeah, there's that. And then I already said, if you're like, well, you done buying makeup in general? No. For my birthday's next month, and I did say, like, I do want to do a Sephora haul for my birthday, but I don't know if I want to go in person and just buy what I, like, so I can go in and swatch and see stuff that I've been thinking about. Because it does suck ordering something and getting it, and you're like, oh, like, that's kind of crappy, and then you have to deal with the returning and whatnot. Yeah, so all that to say, Lord, let the indie brands calm down on the eyeshadow palettes. It's but they're selling. They're definitely selling. But I wanna chill, calm down. I already unfollowed even more people that companies that I was following. Some of my friends are also starting to feel overwhelmed, and some of them are feeling triggered. Yes, I am someone who's easily influenced. I mean, you start hyping me up, and I'm like, yeah, damn it, let's throw $1,000 on this. Like, that's how easily influenced I am. So I unfollowed a lot of companies that I do buy palettes from for the time being. I imagine, like, I'll end up seeing things, like, here and there. But, like, I even unfollowed Treadmood and a few other places, too, so that it's not constantly, like, you know, in the face. I rather go and look, and I rather follow people who are actually doing makeup looks so I can get some ideas, especially for the days where I want to do, like, fun makeup looks especially on my eyes, like something different. But yeah. There's that. Anyways, if you made it this far, tell me what's your favorite eyeshadow palette that you currently have been using this year. I don't know if I could say what my favorite palette that I've been using so far this year is. That being said, I just realized something. Have I been tracking? I think I have. I have all the palettes that I currently have are written down, and starting the first of this month, I'm marking every time I use a palette so I can keep track of what I'm actually using. Okay, yeah, it looks like I am tracking, but the palettes I used today, I need to track those. And then did I do yesterday? 1 second. Sorry, guys. And then, of course, I realized that I do have some palettes that I've used once, and that's it, and I should probably pass them along. I'm looking for What's Up Beauty. There it is. I did not mark that palette yesterday. Oh, I didn't either. So I did use the I used that. What did I use today? Oh, I used that one yesterday. I had a migraine yesterday, so when I came home from work, I uploaded my video and that was it. But I did use the What's Up Beauty palette. So I need to mark that one, because I want to keep track as well, just to see, help me weed out palettes. There's a couple of palettes that I might pan them and put them into one of my empty palettes. Z palettes, whatever you want to call them. But we'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and until tomorrow, have a good one. Thanks for watching.